Have you been reading about anxiety, watching videos about anxiety, and thinking, well, that just doesn't fully sound like me? Maybe you're experiencing some of the issues like rumination, but other issues you hear about, they just don't apply to you. You may have high functioning anxiety, which is very different from generalized anxiety disorder. In this video, I'm going to outline 3 ugly truths about high functioning anxiety. And these ugly truths should give you clarity about whether or not you actually have high functioning anxiety. Hi, I'm Heather. I'm an anxiety coach, and I personally overcame high functioning anxiety. I've worked with hundreds of clients to help them finally overcome their high functioning anxiety so that they can feel better in their everyday lives. The first ugly truth about high functioning anxiety is that you're suffering because you appear calm and so put together to other people, but that's not the way that you feel on the inside. People may tell you you're such a calm person, or they may use phrases to describe you like easygoing or laid back. When I was struggling with high functioning anxiety, I remember 2 very specific times that people made comments to me like this. One person told me, "Oh, you're always so calm." And then the other person described me as laid back. And when those people made those comments, I remember thinking, what are they talking about? Because I did not feel that way on the inside at all. And I thought that the way I felt on the inside was showing up to other people on the outside, that they could see how I felt on the inside, but that wasn't the case. So when people tell you, oh, you're calm or you're easygoing, that can be really isolating. Comments like that can make you doubt that you actually have anxiety. Because if people are telling you you're laid back, you couldn't possibly have anxiety, right? And that's really the first ugly truth about high functioning anxiety. The second ugly truth about high functioning anxiety is that you cannot turn your mind off no matter how hard you try. You might be thinking about work or school or something that needs to be done around the house. You're thinking about those things constantly, even at night, even on the weekends when you should be relaxing. Not being able to turn your mind off prevents you from being fully present when you are with other people because your mind is just always somewhere else. This can really affect romantic relationships because the other person can feel and notice that they don't have your full attention and that your mind is somewhere else. I recently worked with a man who told me that he quite literally doesn't hear when his wife is talking to him. And often this will cause you to be really short-tempered with your partner because those intrusive thoughts really make you become impatient. And for parents, this is especially challenging because you know that you're missing important moments and activities, those just sort of everyday moments that are passing you by. So even if you're with your kids when they're playing or you're talking with them, part of your brain is thinking about something else, and that's just really taking you out of the present moment. And this inability to turn your mind off often leads to insomnia because you can't get your mind to shut off when you're trying to go to sleep, or sometimes you'll just wake up and then your brain starts thinking again. So then your sleep is disrupted. And the third ugly truth about high functioning anxiety is that you feel like you did not do enough or that you could have done better. This applies to work, it applies to school, it applies to household tasks. And it really doesn't matter what the context is. You feel like you could have put in more effort for whatever that project or that task was. You could have done a better job than you did. And there is this constant feeling that if you had just had more time, you could have done better, just a little bit more time. You could have put in more effort and you could have made the outcome be better. Here's a story that illustrates this from my own life. I used to take part in this annual ornament exchange with a group of moms that I was friends with. And one year I offered to host the party. So I took my kids over to their grandma's that day, and I spent the entire day cleaning my house. I'm talking cleaning the bathrooms, vacuuming, mopping floors. I remember I even cleaned off the front of all of my appliances in my kitchen. And even after everything that I did, even after spending hours and hours cleaning my house, I still felt like I didn't do enough. If I had had more time, I would have kept cleaning. And this is what I often hear from my clients, particularly about work, is that they feel like they are never doing enough. They're not doing enough during the workday. They're not doing enough during the work week. So they spend time after dinner at night where they continue to work. On the weekends, they work on Saturday or Sunday because they feel like they just didn't do enough during the work week, or they're worried about what they have coming up in the week. So they're trying to get ahead so that they don't feel that constant time crunch of not doing enough, not doing a good enough job. So if any of these ugly truths have made you realize, oh my gosh, yes, I do have high functioning anxiety, I would love to be part of the solution. I offer one-on-one coaching, and I also offer group programs. You can find out more information about that in the description of the video. I'm also going to pin a comment for another video that I want you to go and watch after this one that I think you're going to find really helpful. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time.